Do you think fruits are just apples, pears, or oranges? You're very mistaken. That's why today I'm going to show 15 exotic fruits that look like they came from another planet, and some might even change your life. Are you ready to explore the unknown? Subscribe and leave your like because this starts now. Number 1. Pitaya, dragon fruit. There are fruits that look like they came out of a fantasy story, but this one seems to have been created by an extraterrestrial artist. The pitaya, also known as dragon fruit, impresses not only with its appearance but also with the secret story hidden beneath its scaly, vibrant skin. Native to Central America, the pitaya was cultivated by indigenous peoples long before Europeans even knew it existed. But it was only after crossing the ocean to Asia that its fame exploded. Today, many mistakenly believe it comes from Vietnam or Thailand, where it's common to find it decorating markets like a tropical jewel. Its skin is an explosion of fuchsia pink or yellow, adorned with green scales, which gives it this powerful name, dragon fruit. But the most surprising thing happens when you open it. Its inside can be white or intense red, dotted with hundreds of small black seeds similar to those of a kiwi. And yes, it's also eaten with a spoon. What makes this fruit even more fascinating is not just its refreshing flavor, a mix of pear, watermelon, and cactus, but its ability to grow in extreme conditions. The pitaya grows on climbing cacti, often in arid lands, needing little water. It's a resilient fruit, as if it carries the spirit of a dragon surviving the desert. Here's a little-known fact. Its flower, called the moonflower, only blooms at night and dies at dawn, a fleeting yet beautiful spectacle that turns this fruit into a mystical symbol for many cultures. The large white flower emits a sweet fragrance that attracts nocturnal pollinators like bats and moths, working tirelessly through the night to ensure the continuation of this remarkable plant. The cultivation of pitaya has deep cultural roots. Indigenous communities traditionally used the fruit for food, medicine, and ceremonial purposes. In some cultures, it is believed to bring good luck and prosperity. Today, the dragon fruit's popularity has soared worldwide, and it is prized not only for its taste, but also for its health benefits. Rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber, it has become a favorite in smoothies, salads, and exotic dishes. Botanically, the pitaya is a member of the cactus family, which explains its incredible adaptability. Its thick, fleshy stems store water, allowing it to survive long dry spells. The cactus can climb on trees or rocky surfaces using its aerial roots, spreading over wide areas and often creating stunning natural sculptures. The fruit's striking colors are not just for show, they serve an ecological purpose. The bright skin attracts animals and birds, which help disperse the seeds after eating the fruit. This symbiotic relationship ensures the survival and spread of the species across vast landscapes. Interestingly, the dragon fruit's cultivation has inspired farmers around the world to explore sustainable agriculture in harsh environments. Because it requires minimal irrigation and thrives in poor soils, the pitaya is seen as a promising crop to combat desertification and food scarcity in vulnerable regions. Despite its exotic looks, the pitaya is surprisingly easy to grow, making it accessible for home gardeners and commercial growers alike. Its fast growth and prolific fruiting have made it a valuable economic resource in tropical and subtropical countries. Finally, the pitaya's story is one of resilience, beauty, and mystery, a living masterpiece that challenges our understanding of nature's creativity. It's a reminder that even in the harshest conditions, life can flourish in the most extraordinary ways, turning deserts into gardens and simple fruits into symbols of wonder. Number 2. Noni. There are fruits that earn respect not for their taste, but for their legend, and noni is one of them. At first glance, it looks like a misshapen papaya or a lost object from the sea, yellowish-green, covered with bumps, with a smell many describe as rotten cheese or even sweaty feet. Still, this fruit has been revered for centuries by the peoples of Southeast Asia and the Pacific. Also known as Morinda citrifolia, noni is a perfect example of don't judge a book by its cover, or in this case, by its smell. In places like Tahiti, Samoa, and Indonesia, noni is not just part of the diet, it's part of the soul. It has been used in Polynesian traditional medicine for over 2,000 years. Healers considered it a gift from the gods for its ability to relieve pain, fight infections, and strengthen the body. The taste? That's another story. First-timers rarely forget the experience. It's bitter, with an earthy aftertaste and sometimes a tangy touch. but it's this intensity that made it a superfood. In the modern world, many consume noni in juices or extracts, convinced that it helps the immune system, reduces inflammation, and even improves mood. And here's a curiosity. Noni was one of the first plants Austronesian navigators took with them on their colonizing voyages across the Pacific. It was considered as essential as water or fire, the portable pharmacy of ancient peoples. Noni isn't a fruit you choose for its taste, but for faith, because behind its humble appearance and challenging smell lies a story of resilience, health, and ancestral wisdom. Number 3. Jabuticaba. Imagine a tree covered with small black grapes. But the surprising thing is that these grapes don't grow on the branches. They grow directly on the tree trunk. This unique phenomenon happens with jabuticaba, a fruit native to Brazil that defies the laws of nature. Instead of a typical growth pattern, its fruits sprout directly from the bark, as if the trunk itself were giving life to the harvest. Jabuticaba, also known as the Brazilian grape, has a thick skin and an incredibly sweet, juicy, and refreshing flavor. Its pulp is white, like a grape's, but with a more acidic touch, making it ideal for jams, juices, and even wines. In Brazil, jabuticaba is so valued that it is used to prepare a variety of products, from liqueurs to jellies, being a local tradition in many regions. But what really puts this fruit on the list of the most impressive is its way of growing. The jabuticaba tree, also called Plinia cauliflora, seems covered by a layer of small black spheres, giving the impression that the trunk is literally fruiting. This peculiar type of growth is called a cauliflory and is quite rare in the plant world. While most fruits grow on branches, jabuticaba takes the opposite route. Regarding its history, this fruit has been cultivated since colonial times, and the indigenous peoples of Brazil already used it in their rituals and as part of their daily diet. Therefore, jabuticaba is not just a visual and flavorful gem, but also a true cultural treasure of Brazil, preserved for generations. 4. Mangosteen. In the tropical corners of Southeast Asia, there is a fruit that captivates not only with its flavor, but also with its fame, the mangosteen. Known as the Queen of Fruits, it earned this title for its delicate appearance and unmatched taste. With a thick dark purple rind, the mangosteen resembles a small pomegranate, but just opening it is when the magic begins. Inside, the contrast with the exterior is complete. Instead of dry seeds and dry pulp, the mangosteen reveals white, juicy segments that are an explosion of soft, delicate sweetness. Its flavor is a blend of peach, pineapple, and a slight citrus touch, making it one of the most exotic and appreciated fruits in the world. First-timers say it's like biting into a piece of crystallized sugar, but without being overpowering, perfectly balanced. Mangosteen is a tropical fruit cultivated for over 500 years in countries like Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia, where it is considered a delicacy fit for royalty. Although it is now grown in other regions of the world, it is still difficult to find outside its natural habitat as it does not handle transport well. For this reason, in many places it is seen as a rare gem, a fruit that only a few lucky ones get to experience. But taste is not the only thing that makes mangosteen special. In traditional medicine across tropical regions, it is believed to have healing properties, helping reduce inflammation and improve digestive health. Despite its popularity in Asian culture, mangosteen remains a mysterious fruit to many, hiding its juicy treasure inside each purple rind. Number 5. Sapote, Duraznillo zapote. At first glance, sapote, also known as duraznillo or zapote, might easily go unnoticed. It has the shape of an elongated egg, with a dull brown skin and a texture that feels like sandpaper. But what it hides inside offers one of the most unexpected experiences in the fruit world. This humble fruit, little known outside Central America and the Caribbean, tastes like dessert. Its pulp, a shade between beige and cinnamon, has a soft and slightly grainy texture, similar to a very ripe pear. And the flavor, that's what wins people over. Many describe it as a natural fusion of caramel, brown sugar, toasted almonds, and a light hint of honey. It's as if nature created an artisanal sweet wrapped in a rustic shell, waiting to be discovered by curious palates. Sapote isn't new. In fact, it was a sacred fruit for the Mayans and Aztecs. It was used not only as food, but also for medicinal purposes. Its sap, known as chicle, was used to make natural chewing gum long before commercial brands existed. For centuries, chewing sapote chicle was a daily habit among Mesoamerican peoples. But there's more. The sapote tree can live for over 100 years and continue producing fruit. making it a symbol of longevity and resilience. Its wood is also highly valued, making this plant useful in many ways beyond just food. Another fascinating curiosity is its ripening. If you eat sapote too early, the taste will be rough and bitter due to high tannin levels, but when it reaches the right point, it turns into a soft delight that practically melts in your mouth. That's why knowing the exact harvest time is an art passed down through generations of farmers. Sapote is one of those fruits that needs no embellishment or processing. It's nature in its purest form, sweet as a childhood memory, warm as a summer afternoon in the tropics. Yupkatpu. Number 6. Rambutan. In the heart of Southeast Asia's tropical markets, there is a fruit that looks like it came straight out of a science fiction story, the rambutan. Its name comes from the Malay word rambut, meaning hair, and one only needs to look to understand why. This fruit resembles a small red or green sea urchin covered with soft, flexible hairs that sway in the wind as if they had a life of their own. But what it hides inside is even more surprising. When you cut open the hairy rind of the rambutan, a white, translucent jewel appears, similar to lychee but firmer and juicier. Its flavor is an unexpected delight, sweet with a slight tang, and extremely refreshing. It's the perfect fruit for hot days, when the body craves something fresh and the mind seeks a tasty break. Eating rambutan is like savoring a sip of natural nectar, straight from the jungle. And its beauty is not just skin deep. Rambutan is rich in vitamin C, antioxidants, and iron, making it a little warrior against aging, fatigue, and colds. It is mainly grown in regions like Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. And it's not just eaten. In some areas, its rind is boiled to make tonics that fight fever or infections, also valued for its medicinal properties. Another impressive fact is how it grows. Rambutan trees can reach up to 20 meters tall, and during harvest season, they become covered with these hairy spheres, like Christmas decorations, hanging from every branch. For tropical children, climbing these trees in search of the ripest fruit is a tradition, blending play, adventure, and a delicious reward. And as if all that weren't enough, there are over 200 varieties of rambutan worldwide, each with slight differences in color, flavor, or texture. But they all share one thing in common, that strange and beautiful appearance that makes them unforgettable at first glance. Number 7. Starfruit. Carambola. Imagine cutting a fruit and finding a perfect star in every slice. It's not magic, it's starfruit, also called carambola. Its elongated shape, with 5 ridges running along its length, makes it one of the most visually striking fruits on the planet. But what makes it even more fascinating is that, when sliced, each piece transforms into a natural star, ready to decorate dishes, drinks, or simply be admired as an edible work of art. Originating from Southeast Asia, especially the Philippines, Indonesia, and Malaysia, starfruit has conquered the world with its unique look and refreshing flavor. Its pulp is a bright yellow, sometimes with a slight greenish tint, and its texture is crisp like an apple but juicier. The flavor is a subtle mix of grape, green apple, and a sweet citrus touch, with a light acidic finish that makes it refreshing and light. The most curious thing is that it's not just beautiful. Starfruit is low in calories, rich in vitamin C, and full of antioxidants that help strengthen the immune system. Plus, its high water content makes it a perfect hydrating option for hot climates. But there's a detail few know. Although starfruit is safe for most people, those with kidney problems should avoid it because it contains a natural toxin called caramboxin, which can be dangerous for people with kidney failure. This small detail earned it the nickname two-faced fruit, in some places a delicious and healthy star, but with a warning for certain bodies. In many tropical countries, children pick starfruit straight from the tree and eat it with salt, pepper, or sugar. Elsewhere, chefs use it to garnish cocktails and desserts, adding a celestial touch to dishes. In all cases, starfruit leaves a lasting visual and taste impression, a fruit that literally turns any moment into a star. Number 8. Ackee. There are fruits that nourish, fruits that decorate, and fruits that tell stories. With its capsule shape and vibrant red color, is one of those fruits that has become intertwined with the identity of an entire nation. Originating from West Africa but wholeheartedly embraced by Jamaica, ackee is much more than an ingredient. It is a symbol, a culture, and also a warning. When ripe, ackee opens by itself like an exotic flower, revealing 3 large, shiny black seeds surrounded by yellow, fleshy pulp. This edible part, when cooked with salted cod, onions, tomatoes, and spices, brings to life Jamaica's national dish, ackee and saltfish. It's a hearty breakfast, the pride of every home and a true culinary symbol of the Caribbean island. But ackee is not just any fruit. Its beauty hides a dangerous side. If consumed unripe or improperly prepared, it can cause a severe illness known as Jamaican vomiting sickness, a poisoning caused by hypoglycin that affects the liver and nervous system. For a long time, this property led to the fruit being banned in several countries, including the United States. Today, thanks to traditional knowledge and strict preparation standards, ackee can be safely consumed, but always with respect for its nature. The curious thing is that this dangerous fruit is also one of the most beloved by Jamaicans, who from a young age learn to recognize the right time to harvest it, only when the fruit naturally opens on the tree, never before. This wisdom, passed down from generation to generation, makes ackee a living lesson about patience, respect for the land, and mindful cooking. And the most interesting part is that, despite its risks, ackee is highly nutritious, rich in essential fatty acids, vitamin A, zinc, and plant proteins, all packed into a fruit that looks more like an ornament from another world. Ackee is proof that sometimes the most authentic flavors come with warnings, and that in cooking as in life, knowing when and how to approach something can be what separates danger from delight. Number 9. Fei Hoa. In the greenest corners of South America, hidden among hills and mild climates, grows a fruit that defies any traditional category of flavor: the feijoa. Many know it as wild guava or Chilean guava. It's not entirely sweet, nor entirely sour, nor just citrus. It's actually a small explosion of sensations that makes those who try it ask, "What did I just eat?" Feijoa has an oval shape, a matte green skin, and a slightly rough texture on the outside. But when you open it, its inside surprises. The pulp is clear and jelly-like in the center, firmer at the edges. The flavor is a phenomenon on its own. A strange and addictive mix of pineapple, apple, and an unexpected hint of parsley. Yes, parsley. This peculiar combination makes feijoa a unique fruit, hard to compare and even harder to forget. But the most surprising thing isn't the taste, it's the aroma. Feijoa emits an intense and sweet perfume that can scent an entire room. In many countries where it's grown, such as Colombia, Brazil, New Zealand, and Chile, it is considered a true aromatic treasure. In fact, some chefs and perfumers have already started experimenting with its essence in haute cuisine and cosmetics. Beyond its unique sensory experience, feijoa is a hidden superfood. It's rich in vitamin C, antioxidants, soluble fibers, and compounds that aid digestion. It's believed that regular consumption strengthens the immune system and improves gut health, which is why many call it the probiotic fruit of the Andes. The curious thing is that, despite all this potential, feijoa is still little known outside its native regions, a true treasure that has yet to reach worldwide stardom, perhaps because its flavor doesn't please everyone. But for those who dare to try it, feijoa often becomes an unexpected favorite. It's a fruit that invites adventure, doesn't seek to please everyone, but generously rewards the brave of palate. Number 10. Miracle Berry. In the heart of West Africa grows a small red fruit, seemingly harmless, but that challenges everything we think we know about taste: the miracle berry. Its appearance resembles an elongated blueberry, its flavor is almost neutral, and its texture reveals nothing extraordinary. But what happens after eating it is pure scientific magic. The wonder begins on contact with the tongue. Inside this fruit lives a glycoprotein called miraculin. It has no sweet, sour, or salty taste. However, when it binds to the taste receptors, it completely alters our perception of flavors. Everything that was once sour, like lemon, lime, or even vinegar, suddenly transforms into a sweet experience, as if you were tasting a spoonful of honey. This effect can last between 30 minutes and 2 hours. During this time, your taste buds become a true laboratory of pleasurable confusion. Eating a grapefruit feels like biting into candy. White vinegar tastes like syrup. Even cheap wine can seem like a dessert drink. For decades, the miracle berry was a well-kept secret among African communities, who ate it before consuming especially sour foods. Then, in the 1960s, scientists and chefs tried to turn it into a natural sugar substitute, but its popularity was halted by food regulations and commercial disputes. Today, however, the miracle berry is gaining attention again. It's used in sensory events called flavor tripping parties, where participants eat the fruit and then try all kinds of foods to marvel at the effects. It is also being studied for use in diets for diabetics or people undergoing medical treatments that alter taste. The miracle berry is not just a fruit, it's a reminder that what we call flavor is actually an interpretation by the brain, and that sometimes the extraordinary hides in the simplest things. Number 11. Langsat. In the dense tropical forests of Southeast Asia, where humidity envelops everything and aromas seem to float in the air, hides a small, delicate, and surprisingly flavorful fruit, the langsat. Although many outside Indonesia, Malaysia, or Thailand have never seen this fruit. In its homeland, it is eagerly awaited during harvest season. At first glance, langsat looks like a small yellowish potato or a round nut with a thin, slightly leathery skin. But just a gentle squeeze with your fingers reveals what it truly holds. Translucent, juicy pulp divided into soft segments, similar to garlic cloves, though the flavor lies at the opposite end of the spectrum. Each bite of langsat offers a perfect blend of tropical sweetness with a subtle acidic touch, as if lychee's flavor merged with grapefruits, accompanied by a light floral fragrance. But there's more. Inside, some segments may contain bitter seeds. For this reason, those familiar with the fruit eat it carefully, slowly savoring each part to avoid unexpected contrast. Still, many say even its bitter seeds have a particular charm, as a reminder that even the sweetest carries nature's balance. Besides its exquisite flavor, langsat has medicinal properties used for generations in traditional medicine. Its dried skin is used to repel insects, reduce fevers, and treat diarrhea. Even the sap from its trunk is used as a topical treatment for bites and skin diseases. The langsat tree is special too. It can take up to 12 years to start bearing fruit, but when it does, it becomes generous, gifting whole bunches that hang like jewels from the trunk and branches. Langsat is a fruit that doesn't catch attention at first glance. It has no flashy shape or vibrant colors. But those who dare to discover it find a refined, balanced, and deeply Asian flavor, a fruit that, like many tropical wonders, does not seek to be noticed. It only waits to be savored. Number 12. Salak, snake fruit. In the hottest and most humid corners of Southeast Asia, under the shade of palm trees, grows a fruit that looks like it came straight out of a tale about reptiles and witchcraft. Salak, better known by its intriguing nickname, snake fruit. That's because its skin leaves no doubt. Dark brown, scaly, and shiny, it resembles the scales of a coiled snake. But don't be fooled by its intimidating appearance. What's inside is a delightful surprise. After overcoming the first challenge, carefully peeling off the pointed skin without hurting yourself, salak reveals firm, cream-colored flesh divided into 3 segments. Its texture is curiously crunchy when bitten but melts in the mouth like natural caramel. The flavor varies depending on the variety and ripeness. It can range from a deep, honeyed sweetness, similar to caramelized apple, to a vibrant acidity reminiscent of pineapple or lemon with a distinct spicy touch. In Indonesia, especially on the islands of Java and Bali, salak is highly prized, not only for its taste, but also for its digestive properties. It is said that eating salak helps with concentration, memory, and intestinal transit, thanks to its high tannin and fiber content. In fact, in some markets, it is sold as the snack of the wise. There are several species of salak, but one of the most famous is salak pondo, cultivated near the Merapi volcano. This variety is so sweet that it doesn't even need to be fully ripe to offer an intense experience to the palate. The most curious thing is how this fruit has managed to remain a well-kept secret from the rest of the world. While many exotic fruits have already conquered the 4 corners of the planet, salak is still mainly found in its homeland, waiting to be discovered by the most adventurous of tastes. Number 14. Rollinia. In the tropical regions of Brazil and northeastern South America, there is a fruit that few people outside its homeland have had the chance to know: the rollinia. Although its appearance can be mistaken for an ananasi fruit, rollinia has a softer texture and a flavor that seems straight out of a caramel dessert. So delicious it could compete with any sweet treat. Like its relative, the ananasi, rollinia has a green and rough skin that seems to invite being open to reveal the hidden treasure inside. But unlike the ananasi, its skin peels off easily, revealing a white and creamy pulp that feels almost gelatinous to the touch. This soft, moist texture combined with a sweet taste, reminiscent of caramel or even honey, turns rollinia into an irresistible delight, a fruit that melts in your mouth, leaving a sweet flavor that lingers like a whisper of satisfaction. The most fascinating thing about Rollinia is its versatility. Although best enjoyed fresh, its pulp is also used in smoothies, juices, ice creams, and even gourmet desserts. Its natural sweetness makes it perfect for preparing creams and jams, and its softness makes it an ideal ingredient to pair with other tropical flavors such as pineapple or mango. Besides its unique taste, Rollinia has surprising properties. It is rich in vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants, making it an excellent choice to strengthen the immune system. Like many tropical fruits, it is also believed to have beneficial effects on digestion. Although not easy to find outside its natural habitat, Rollinia is beginning to attract the attention of exotic fruit enthusiasts. And although its name still sounds strange to many, those who try it cannot forget the sweet and gentle flavor it offers. Rollinia is a tropical gem, yet another proof that nature always has something delicious and unexpected up its sleeve. Number 15. Jackfruit. Imagine a fruit so large it could be the centerpiece of any table. That's the jackfruit, the largest tree-borne fruit in the world, capable of weighing up to 80 kilograms. Originating from India and Southeast Asia, jackfruit impresses not only with its size, but also with its incredible versatility. The fruit has a thick, spiky green skin when ripe, making it look like something out of an adventure movie. But what truly makes it a marvel of nature is what's inside. When you open a jackfruit, you find fibrous, meaty flesh composed of several pods filled with delicious fruit. When ripe, jackfruit has an incredibly sweet flavor, reminiscent of a mix of pineapple, mango, and peach. Its texture is juicy and dense, almost like a cross between fresh fruit and tropical candy. However, when unripe, the flavor changes drastically. The flesh becomes firmer and, surprisingly, in its immature state, tastes more savory and has a texture similar to shredded chicken. That's why in many Asian cultures, green jackfruit is used as a meat substitute in vegetarian dishes, as its consistency and flavor resemble cooked meat. Jackfruit is also an impressive source of nutrients. It's rich in fiber, vitamins C and A, and antioxidants, making it an ally for digestive health and skin. Additionally, its high potassium content helps regulate blood pressure. This giant of nature is not only a feast for the senses but also a highly nutritious food. Despite its size and imposing presence, jackfruit is relatively easy to cultivate in tropical climates and has gained popularity worldwide, especially as a meat alternative in vegan and vegetarian diets. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other interesting videos that are appearing right now on your screen, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.